Hi, my name is Joey, and this is my session on Not So Secret. I am a comedian, video blogger. Okay, people call me a comedian, but I'm not really a comedian. I don't call myself that. But yeah, video blogger and an architect as well. Okay, so question number one. What sound do you love? That's a bit of a hard question to answer. That's a bit of a weird question. The sound I love goes a little something like... That's the sound of people clapping when I'm on stage cracking jokes. Whatever you thought about, you're a pervert. Even though that sound is nice, but nah, it's not my favorite sound. Just as a bonus, the sound that I hate the most is the sound of my voice after a VN. I don't know who likes their voice on a VN, but if you do, you're pretty weird, to be honest. Question number 3, sweeping, cooking, washing dishes, trash. Which is the worst chore? I feel like the worst chore is laundry. If you have a washing machine, it isn't the worst chore. But then if you don't have a washing machine, then your hands become like mine. Which hand is it? You know, like when you wash using, I can't mention the name of the product because that's like promotion, right? Okay, anyway, Boom, guys. We all know it's Boom. We all use Boom. What do you use at your place? It's probably Boom.
Cause there's no feeling like the feeling you get from Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
When you get those two things that like cut in your fingers, yeah, that's what happens to me. So I hate washing, unless I'm using a washing machine. Favorite chore to do is probably washing dishes. Because then I just plug in my headsets and I listen to anything but the sound of my own voice on a voice note. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool are you? Now this is going to make me sound a bit presumptuous, but 10, obviously, I spend every day with myself, so I have to like myself. How cool am I to other people? That's a question for them to answer. Okay, but let's just say like 7, 8, because at the same time I'm a bit weird because I'm a bit of a nerd and kind of an introvert. So I'm not the coolest on the social scales, but in my own opinion, 10. Everything is a 10. If you found out today was your last day on Earth, what would you do? That's the one thing you won't have in heaven. Let's be honest, guys. That's the one thing you won't have in heaven. You're going to have money, there's gold, you get a house, you're going to be singing and whatever. What I'm trying to say is I would go on stage and have people clap for me. Or do one last show before I go. Which is funny because I haven't even yet done my first show. But it's going to be coming out sometime this year. I'm going to do a comedy show. People have been asking me, are you sure you can get on stage? Are you sure you can do stand-up? I don't know. That's probably where we should find out together. So sometime this year, I'm going to have a show, hopefully at the music club. But yeah, you guys are perverts. That's what you are. I would also go bungee jumping again. I feel like bungee jumping was one of my funnest experiences ever. If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be? Number 1, Bowman Lusambo. I love that guy. Bowman should have his own reality show. Keeping up with the Lusambos. I would watch that. I don't know if you guys would watch that. Why does Marky 2 have a show? What does he do that Bowman can't do? Zambezi, give Bowman a show, please. Number 2 would probably be Dwayne Johnson, maybe. Because I feel like he's a great... No, forget that. Trevor Noah. I have to put Trevor Noah on there because I really like him. I like his comedy. You could tell I'm inspired by him just a little bit, and people compare me to him. It's not me. I didn't say that because someone out there is like, you're not even that funny. It wasn't me who said it. Someone else said it. But yeah, I really love Trevor Noah. One of my favorite authors is a guy named Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson used to write like essays. And his essays used to be, is this the part where you guys put something on the screen to show like the essays that Emerson wrote? I hope you actually find them. So there's one quote, I haven't read it in a long time, but it's called, is it The Law of Compensation? Compensation something. It's one of the best things that I've ever read. It's like 6 pages, I think, and it's a brilliant read. He's one of the greatest philosophers in my opinion, but then he always goes under the radar. And the last person would be probably Jesus, because I'm not trying to go to hell. If you could choose your nickname, what would it be? I think it would still be Joey. I don't even know if Joey is a nickname, but it would still be Joey. Some people call me JJ, some people call me Jay. But yeah, something along those lines. Some people used to call me stuff like Biggie Joe, Slim Joe. Jeez, I hated that, man. It sounded so ghetto. Fun fact, that's a reason why I don't use the name Joel, because no one ever says it right. It's either they say Joel, in the village they say Joelo, and then some people are just going to say Joe, and I just don't like Joe. It just gives Biggie Joe. Can you remember that ad that these guys used to do back in the day? Ah, Biggie Joe, he's fainted again. That's exactly why I hated that name. Because like, no, I'm not that guy. Was it even Big Joe or Slim Joe? Anyway, one of the two. But I don't like that name. Who's your favorite cartoon character and why? Okay, favorite when it comes to animation is Baymax from Big Hero 6. I feel like that's the greatest superhero robot thing, whatever it is. I love Baymax. Even on my phone. Could I please have my phone? No, this screen is... Now they're going to think I'm dirty. What's your least favorite place? The bathroom. No, I'm clean. Okay, so even on my phone, the background images. Geez, I always have a bunch of notifications. Huh? This is taking longer than it was supposed to. Okay, yeah, so my phone, the display picture is Baymax. That's my favorite, like, animated character. And then probably when it comes to cartoons, geez, man, I can't pick a favorite. There's a lot. American Dragon, that's the first one that I can think of. I really like that. Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls, and it's not just because my name is Joey and it has the whole Jojo thing. Mojo Jojo is amazing, man. Avatar was my favorite like cartoon animation thing growing up. People say it's anime. Is it anime? Is Avatar anime? Yeah, but like Avatar, Katara, Aang, Toph, like all that stuff. What is the worst gift you have received? Now, see, I can't say this because the person that gave it to me is probably watching this. Worst gift. The thing is, I don't even receive a lot of gifts. But the thing you realize about gifts is, I feel like a lot of it is the sentimental value is more important than what the gift actually is. I remember back in the day, there was this jersey that my mom got me, and I really didn't like it. I was just like, geez, how could I wear something? Mommy, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. But you had to know the truth somehow. But she's in on YouTube. Don't post this on Facebook. Did these go on Facebook? Don't post it on Facebook. Yeah, so she got me this jersey and I really didn't like it at the start. But then there was a time when I think either she got sick or I wasn't around her for a long time. And I think it was like at uni, I used to wear that jersey like every day. And it went from being the worst gift that I received to pretty much being the gift that I cherished the most. I think I still have that jersey somewhere, but it's... Yeah, that's probably one gift I didn't like when I received it. But the actual worst gift, nah, I can't talk about that. Would you rather watch sports or play sports? When I was skinny, I would have rather played sports. But now that I'm fat, I would rather sit on the couch and watch. But I used to be really big on sports in high school. So I used to play, at some point I played volleyball. I sucked at that. But what I was really good at was football. I was a CDM. Someone told me people that say CDM play FIFA and they don't play football. But yeah, I was a number 6. I really loved playing football. I used to play like every day. And then I also used to do athletics as well. So I used to run the 100, 200, 400 meters and the 1.5. So I would rather play sports when I'm in shape. But I'm not in shape right now, so... Would you rather go on a free trip or be given the money? What type of question is this? I would rather be given the money. I know people say life is about experiences and you need to go on trip and have experiences. Listen, receiving money is an experience as well. Just give me the money. What's your favorite movie? Right now, of all time? Both? Of all time. Favorite movie has to be, it can't be one movie. It's probably the Batman trilogy by Christopher Nolan. The one that had the Joker, no, it had what? Ra's al Ghul, then the Joker, then Bane. But out of those two, I think the one that I liked the most was the last one, the one with Bane. You know, the dude with the... Not as serious as yours, I fear. No, that...
Not as serious as yours, I fear.
Brilliant, man. Guy with a mask. What is the last thing you liked on social media? Are you sure you want to know? If it's Facebook, it was probably a meme. If it's a video, I think the last video that I watched was probably a Dinema video. I think Dinema is really funny. I really like his video.
Kabuliza, ati, I'm fine. I missed you. Kaiwa pole.
If it was Instagram, it was probably a photo of someone's bums because my Instagram is just like. What's up with the Instagram algorithm, man? It's like it's just people shaking all the time. Let's be honest, that's kind of why we like Instagram, guys, because it's like a little low. But then Twitter is like Twitter is hella explicit, man. The last thing I liked on Twitter is probably that time I actually meant the clapping. No, I'm just playing. The last thing I liked on Twitter was probably a tweet from, this is going to be a plug, maybe like a tweet from like either Masulani or Tony the Goon, because I follow those guys a lot. But I don't like spending as much time on Twitter these days because it's always like beef and dragging, and nah, I'm not about that life anymore. What habits are holding you back from success? I feel like number one is the one that everyone knows, inconsistency, because I post videos after 3 months, after 1 month, after like 3 weeks. I feel like if I just got my consistency in order, I don't know, I just might be one of the best content creators in this country. Maybe that's a bit presumptuous, isn't it? Yeah, it is just a little bit. But I think my content is good. Because one of the things that happened is when I started, I wanted to make content that I felt like I could watch. And I feel like I've kind of achieved that. I know it could get better, but yeah, consistency is one of the main habits. But also, I'm not going to clap again. But yeah, that's the thing. I just feel like when you're a young man, one of the things that holds you back is the fact that you're constantly chasing some booty somewhere. And it's like if you could just divert like that time and effort into something a bit more productive, then the clapping that you'd be hearing wouldn't be from. It wouldn't be hands-free clap. Would people actually be clapping because of how much you've achieved? So I just feel like for young men, that's the thing that holds them back a lot. That's why I'm never like out here just like spending a lot of time like DMing people and whatever. But yeah, so I feel like it's consistency, lack of consistency, and a lack of focus sometimes because my mind's all over the place. But that kind of happens when you're creative, doesn't it? Like you just want to dabble in like one too many things, but then you'd achieve a lot more if you just focused and like ran with one thing. What's the first movie that made you cry? I don't cry a lot when it comes to movies, to be honest, but one of the first movies that made me cry was Avengers Infinity War because of how beautiful it was, man. Jeez, Thanos. I was just in tears, man. I'm like, this dude is so brilliant. There's that first line that he says when he opens. You guys are probably going to find the clip. What was it? I dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it, run from it, destiny still arrives.
That was a brilliant movie. But the actual first movie that made me cry was Passion of the Christ, to be honest. I remember we were watching a play at school, we're in like a hall, and then it got to the part of where Jesus was getting crucified. And I don't know, the scene was just a bit too intense, man. The blood and then the hitting and like all that stuff. And like I just ended up crying. And I remember my friends made fun of me like afterwards. I was just like, except you were crying, eh? And I'm just like, no, it wasn't, the spirit just moved me. That's what was going on. But I won't lie, after that, I was a bit upset. I was a bit cross with myself. I nailed that pun, just like Jesus on the cross. Nailed. That's the end of this session. This has been my episode of Not So Secret. I hope I don't go to hell for that joke. But it balances out, huh? Because like, joke about Jesus and then like, I said I want to go for lunch with him and whatever. I think inappropriate jokes are kind of a thorn in my head. just like the crown went. Okay, now I'm done. I'm done. That was the last one, I promise. Thank you for watching this episode of Not So Secret. My name is Joey. Catch me on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you find me creating content, and peace out.